Charlie Morningstar believes she could redeem anyone, even a demon like angel dust, but what happens when hope becomes an obsession, and a dream turns into a storm? The camera opens with soft piano music and the faint hum of neon lights. The shot drifts over the Hazbin Hotel, glowing faintly in the red haze of hell's skyline. In the distance, thunder rumbles, slow, heavy, almost like a warning. Charlie stands at the balcony, her golden hair glowing like sunlight trapped in a nightmare. Her eyes shimmer with a mix of sadness and determination as she looks out at the city below, a city full of sinners she still believes can change. Her voice breaks the silence. There has to be a way. There has to be proof that redemption works. Her tone isn't desperate, not yet, but hopeful. Like someone still clinging to a dream that everyone else gave up on long ago. Below, inside the hotel lobby, chaos dances like fire. Husk is half asleep at the bar, surrounded by empty bottles. Nifty is dusting everything at lightning speed, muttering about how she never get the stains out of the carpet after Angel's last incident. Angel Dust himself lounges on the couch, his legs crossed, cigarette smoke swirling around him like a halo made of sin. His laughter echoes through the room, charming, confident, and careless. Charlie walks in, her heels tapping against the floor, the sound cutting through the noise. Everyone looks up. Angel raises an eyebrow, smirking. "What's with the serious face, sweetheart? You look like you're about to give a sermon." Charlie smiles softly. "Maybe I am." She steps into the center of the room, her voice growing steady. "I've been thinking. If I want to prove that redemption works, I need to show it. Not just say it. People up there—" She glances toward the ceiling, meaning heaven. They need to see it for themselves. The room falls quiet. Husk groans, muttering something about bad ideas and worse timing. Nifty claps excitedly. Angel takes a long drag of his cigarette, blowing the smoke in a slow ring. "You're planning a show, aren't you?" he says with a grin. Charlie's eyes light up. "Exactly. A performance. Something beautiful, something powerful. A symbol of what this place stands for, second chances." Alastor's laughter slithers through the room like static on an old radio. He appears in a flash of crimson light, cane tapping the floor. "Oh, how delightful! A public spectacle to prove the impossible. Count me in, my dear." Charlie hesitates. There's always danger when Alastor agrees too quickly. But she brushes the thought aside. Hope blinds her better than any lie could. She smiles, pretending she doesn't notice his grin stretch a little too wide. Angel stubs out his cigarette, standing up with a sigh. "All right, princess. You want a show? You got one. But don't come crying when it goes to hell, literally." Charlie's heart lifts. She takes his hand, squeezing it with genuine warmth. "Thank you, Angel. You won't regret this." He smirks. "Oh, I already do." The scene cuts to a montage. Charlie working tirelessly on plans, sketching stage lights, costumes, banners. Angel trying and failing to rehearse seriously while Vaggie scolds him in the background. The hotel, once dim and hopeless, starts to buzz with energy again. For the first time in a long time, everyone feels part of something bigger. As the montage plays, a soft narration fades in Charlie's inner thoughts. If I can show them Angel's heart, maybe they'll believe. Maybe they'll see what I see, that no soul is too lost to save. The visual's slow. We see Charlie alone in her office late at night, exhausted but smiling as she pins a poster on the wall, The Redemption Gala, a Night of Hope. The title gleams in gold, but behind her, the camera catches a flicker, Alastor's shadow stretching across the floor, twisting into something darker. His voice whispers softly, too faint for her to hear. "Oh, I do love a good tragedy in the making." Thunder cracks outside. The lights flicker. Charlie turns, sensing something, but the moment passes. She looks back at the poster, her smile returning. She believes this will work. She has to, because failure isn't just losing a show. Failure means losing faith in herself, in the hotel, and in the one person she refuses to give up on. Angel Dust, the music swells. The camera pans up to the night sky over hell. lightning splitting the clouds as the Hazbin Hotel sign flickers with unstable light. The letters glow unevenly, forming the word sign for just a second before correcting back to hotel. A silent omen, one she doesn't see. The section closes on Charlie's voice. Steady and filled with purpose. No one is beyond redemption. Not even him. The curtains rise on chaos disguised as beauty. The Hazbin Hotel glows like a jewel in the filth of hell, dressed in crimson banners and golden lights. Charlie has turned every corner of the lobby into a stage, shimmering silk drapes, crystal chandeliers borrowed from God knows where, and a grand piano that looks one wrong note away from bursting into flames. To her, it's more than decoration. It's a promise. Tonight she proved that even in hell, redemption can shine. Angel Dust leans against a mirror, fixing his bow tie with a smirk that hides exhaustion. His reflection stares back with eyes that don't quite match the grin. Vaji's voice cuts through the air, sharp and worried. Charlie, this is getting too big. Heaven's envoys? A public audience? What if they twist this against you? But Charlie doesn't stop moving. Her heels echo on the marble floor as she places name cards on velvet chairs. They won't, she says softly. They'll see Angel, they'll see how far he's come. Angel laughs under his breath. You mean how far I've fallen? Babe, I'm already in hell. There's no lower to go. Charlie turns, her expression firm. That's not true. You've changed, Angel. You just don't believe it yet. He looks at her, and for a fleeting second, the charm slips. The arrogance fades. There's a tired man beneath the makeup, trapped between who he was and who she wants him to be. But before he can say anything, Alastor's voice slices through the air like a violin string. What a tender moment! But enough with feelings, let's make it entertaining. He claps his hands, and the room flickers with static energy. Stage lights flare to life, shadows dancing like living things. Alastor hums an old radio tune, his grin stretched impossibly wide. I've added a few enhancements to the stage. Let's give the audience a night to remember. Charlie hesitates, but Alastor's charm is infectious, his tone almost reassuring. She doesn't notice the faint distortion in the lights or the way the air hums with unnatural tension. Her faith blinds her to danger. Again, the montage begins. Quick cuts of frantic preparation. Husk reluctantly tunes the piano. Nifty polishes everything until it gleams. Vaggie checks the sound system, muttering curses under her breath. Angel rehearses his number, feathers and sequins scattering like glitter bombs. Between takes, his hands tremble. He hides it with jokes. Then comes the arrival. The gates open and the audience floods in demons, imps, even a few angels hidden behind glowing masks. The press of hell gathers, murmuring, whispering. Heaven's representatives sit front and center, glowing faintly, watching without expression. Charlie's heart pounds. She can feel her father's shadow somewhere behind her thoughts, the king of hell, who never believed in her dream. Tonight is her chance to prove him wrong. Angel takes the stage. The crowd hushes. The spotlight hits his face, soft and golden. The band begins. His voice, surprisingly fragile, fills the room. For a moment, everything feels right. The melody soars, wrapping the chaos of hell in fragile grace. Charlie watches from the wings, her eyes wet with pride. Then, a flicker. The lights glitch. The music stutters. Alastor tilts his head amused. A faint static hum rolls through the speakers. Angel falters but keeps going, pretending nothing's wrong. Charlie doesn't see the small sigil glowing behind the curtains. Alastor's handiwork. A little surprise meant to amplify emotions. It does more than that. It tears something open. The air ripples. Images flash across the stage, not from the show, but from Angel's past. His sins, his deals, his betrayals. Every hidden scar projected in divine clarity. Gasps ripple through the audience. Heaven's envoys exchange glances. Angel freezes. The microphone trembles in his hand. Charlie. What the hell is this? She rushes forward, panicked. It's not supposed to. I didn't, but it's too late. The illusion unravels. The song collapses into noise. The crowd begins to whisper. Laughter echoes, cruel, mocking. Alastor chuckles, watching from the shadows. Now that's entertainment. Charlie tries to calm the audience, her voice breaking. Please, this isn't what it looks like. He's trying, he's really trying. But the heaven envoys rise from their seats, wings folding in silent judgment. They turn away. Angel rips off his microphone, his voice raw. You wanted redemption? You wanted to fix me? Look around, princes. This is who I am. The lights burst. The curtains fall. The audience scatters in chaos. Smoke fills the air as the piano collapses in a crash of broken notes. Charlie stands frozen in the wreckage. Her dream shattered in the glow of fallen lights. In the distance, Alastor hums cheerfully, his voice fading with the static. Oh dear, Charlie. You just proved redemption hurts more than sin ever could. Smoke curls through the ruined ballroom like ghostly fingers, tracing the edges of broken glass and burnt velvet. The once glittering chandeliers now hang crooked, their light flickering weakly, like stars dying out one by one. In the middle of it all stands Charlie, her dress torn, her halo dim, her dream collapsing around her. The music has stopped, but the silence screams louder than any orchestra ever could. Angel Dust stands center stage, his mask shattered, his expression hollow. The divine holograms still flicker in the air, his past crimes replaying like a cruel joke. Deals with demons, betrayals, lust, murder. Every scar of his life broadcast to everyone in the room. The crowd's laughter echoes, sharp and unforgiving. The heaven envoys watch in silence, their glowing eyes unreadable. Charlie rushes toward Angel, stepping through shards of glass. Angel, stop! It wasn't supposed to. He jerks away from her, trembling, his voice cracking under rage and humiliation. Don't you get it? You can't fix me, Charlie. You can dress me up, put me under lights, but I'm still what they made me, what I am. His words slice through her like knives. Charlie's breath catches, tears stinging her eyes. No, you're more than that. You've changed. I know you have. You don't know a damn thing, he shouts. The microphone, still crackling with static, amplifies his pain through the speakers. You don't see me, princes. You see your project? Your proof. Your little redemption story to show Daddy you're right? The crowd murmurs, feeding on the tension like vultures circling a corpse. Alastor stands near the curtain, his grin unwavering. His eyes glimmer with glee as chaos blooms like fire. Every scream, every broken note fuels him. He doesn't intervene. He never does. He only watches, savoring the tragedy he helped create. Charlie tries to steady her voice, her hands trembling. Angel, please. But Angel laughs, bitter and broken. You wanted me to shine, huh? Look. This is me shining, sin and all. He spreads his arms wide as the divine light flickers behind him, painting his silhouette in gold and crimson. Then something shifts. The sigil Alastor created burns brighter, feeding on the emotion, the despair, the conflict. A surge of energy tears through the stage. The ground cracks. The lights explode in a blinding flash. For a moment, heaven and hell collide in a single pulse of power. Everyone screams. Demons scatter. The heaven envoys vanish in beams of light, their judgment silent but final. Charlie falls to her knees, clutching her head. The world spins around her. She can feel the energy burning under her skin, her angelic essence fighting to stay alive in the chaos. Her wings flicker into view for a second, pure white and trembling. Before dissolving back into the smoke, through the storm of sound and fire, Angel stands frozen, staring at her. The fury drains from his eyes, replaced by guilt. He reaches out just a little. But before he can move, the ceiling collapses where he stood seconds ago. Charlie screams his name, the screen flashes, white noise, static, memories bleeding together. We see flashes. Charlie is a child holding her father's hand. Angel's first night in the hotel. Laughter, tears, then silence. The light fades. The ballroom lies in ruins. The music box in the corner, half broken, begins to play a faint lullaby, a haunting echo of the performance that was meant to save them. Charlie crawls through the smoke, her voice breaking. Angel, Angel, please answer me. A soft cough answers. Angel, bruised and battered, lies beneath the fallen curtains. His eyes flutter open. He forces a smirk, even now. Still think I can be redeemed? He whispers. Charlie's tears fall onto the floor, sizzling against the embers. I don't care about proving it anymore, she says softly. I just want you to believe it. He looks at her, for the first time without a joke, without armor. Just a man tired of being lost. The moment feels fragile, like glass ready to shatter again, but before it can settle, a low chuckle fills the room. Alastor steps out of the shadows, untouched by the chaos. Well, that was spectacular, he purrs. A little messy, but quite the finale. Tell me, dear, did it feel divine when heaven turned its back on you? Charlie glares up at him, fury breaking through her sorrow. What did you do? He tilts his head, pretending innocence. Me? Oh, I merely gave your show a little. Truth, redemption without truth is just theater, my dear. Angel glares too, blood staining his smile. You sick freak. You wanted this to happen. Alastor's grin widens. Oh, don't sound so ungrateful. You wanted redemption, didn't you? Now everyone's seen the truth, and the truth hurts. That's what makes it beautiful. The radio static hums again as he fades into the darkness, leaving only his laughter behind, a laugh that echoes through the ruined hotel. Lingering like a curse, Charlie kneels beside Angel, shaking, her halo dim and cracked. Her faith feels heavy, no longer shining, but trembling, flickering like a dying flame. She whispers to herself, her voice trembling. I thought light could heal everything. Maybe I was wrong. The camera pulls back slowly, showing the wrecked ballroom, the shattered symbol of redemption. The golden banner, the redemption gala, hangs torn and blackened. One word still faintly visible, redemption. Then the screen fades to red. A soft voiceover, Charlie closes the scene. Maybe the road to heaven starts with falling. But what if I've fallen too far to climb back? Ash floats through the air like slow snow, soft, weightless, but born from ruin. The once bright Hazbin Hotel now lies in half shadow, its grand stage scorched and silent. The curtains hang like torn wings, the chandeliers melted into glass puddles. The night outside has quieted too. No laughter, no applause, no music, only the distant hum of neon and the faint crackle of dying lights. Charlie stands at the heart of the destruction, surrounded by the ghost of her dream. Her white dress is streaked with soot, her halo flickers weakly, and her hands still shake from the power that surged through her. Everything feels heavier, her hope, her guilt, her silence. Vaggie steps through the doorway, her clothes torn, her eyes burning with worry. She rushes to Charlie's side, pulling her into a shaky embrace. Charlie, it's over. You need to rest. But Charlie doesn't move. Her eyes are fixed on the empty stage. I thought if I showed them something pure, they'd believe. That heaven would see what I see in him. Her voice is soft, almost numb, but all I did was hurt him more. Vaggie holds her tighter. You can't save everyone, love. And you sure as hell can't save them by force. Redemption has to come from them. Charlie blinks, tears spilling down. Then what's the point of this place? For a moment, there's only the sound of the wind pushing through broken glass. Then Husk's rough voice drifts from the bar. The point, kid, is that you keep trying, even when it doesn't work? He takes a long sip from his glass. You didn't fail 'cause you cared too much. You failed 'cause the world doesn't know how to handle someone who does. The words hang in the air, crude but honest. From the far side of the room, Angel Dust limps into view. His usual swagger is gone. His coat is torn, his makeup smudged, and his eyes, those sharp, teasing eyes, are tired. He stops near the doorway, leaning on a broken pillar. You don't quit, do you? He mutters. Charlie turns, startled. Angel! I didn't mean for... He raises a hand to stop her. Yeah, I know. You never mean for it. You just believe, and maybe that's the problem. He looks around the destroyed ballroom, his gaze landing on the burnt banner, Redemption Gala. The gold letters glint weakly in the smoke. You wanted to prove I could change. Guess what? You did? Charlie's breath catches. What? He smirks faintly. Yeah, not the way you wanted, but still, for once, I cared if I disappointed someone. His eyes soften just a little. Guess that's something. Charlie steps closer, her voice barely a whisper. It's everything. For a long time, they just stand there, two souls in the ruins of a dream, both scarred, both still standing. Vaggie watches quietly, the faintest smile tugging at her lips. Even Husk looks away, pretending not to care, then the lights flicker. Not violently, but gently, like embers catching a second breath. The neon Hazbin Hotel sign outside sputters, then steadies. One letter at a time, it glows back to life. Charlie turns toward it, her face illuminated by the glow. Her halo steadies too, faint but unbroken. She exhales slowly. Maybe redemption isn't about being perfect. Maybe it's about not giving up, even after you fail. Angel chuckles under his breath. Careful, princess. That almost sounded wise. She smiles, a real one this time. Don't tell Alastor. The sound of faint static buzzes from somewhere in the distance, like a ghost laughing on an old radio. Alastor's voice, faint and echoing, drifts through the silence. Oh, my dear Charlie. Failure suits you? But I must admit, watching you rise again is my favorite part of the show. Charlie looks up toward the broken rafters where the sound came from. You can watch all you want, she whispers, but I'm not done yet. The camera pans upward as she walks to the hotel's entrance, pushing the doors open. Beyond them, hell stretches endlessly, a city of neon, fire, and despair. But in her eyes, it's not hopeless anymore. It's a place still worth saving. Her voice rises over the quiet as the wind sweeps in. If redemption is real, then it has to start somewhere. Even here, the final montage begins slow and poetic. Angel cleaning the bar with a half smile while Nifty fusses nearby. Husk fixing the broken piano, grumbling but humming quietly. Vaggie repainting the hotel's walls, her eyes soft as she glances toward Charlie. And Charlie herself standing outside as dawn rises, faint, false, but beautiful in its illusion. Her voiceover closes the story. They say light can't survive in hell. Maybe they're right. Maybe it's not supposed to. But even the smallest ember can make the dark a little less endless. The music swells, gentle, melancholy, and warm. The hotel sign flares fully, reading Hazbin Hotel Welcome to Redemption. The screen fades to black, and the final words appear. Redemption is never guaranteed. But neither is damnation.